All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, it's cold here in Texas, man. It's cold. Okay, sounds working good. All right, so yeah, watching a few penny stocks today. If I pull this up, you can see we got a few runners here. We have PHAS gapping up from 372 to $7. We have DERM gapping up from 684 to 1195. This one is a previous runner. I've traded DERM before. We also have DARE really running here. DARE starting to push, gapping up from 92 cents all the way to $1.95. So a little bit over $1 gap up there. We have OGEN gapping up from 89 cents to $1.02. We have CGC cannabis play gapping up some from 45.80s to 46.11. We have AMD gapping up some. We have CRON, YNDX, ACB. And so we got some movement this morning here. We'll see what else we get. AMID, we got HJLI gapping up, PXLW, PW, or WP, CATB, CATB gapping up some. We got Riot, RIOT, CVRS, EVOK. So interesting movement this morning. I wonder where two-way is, see if he'll have the news for us. If not, no worries. I'll have to look up the news in a minute. I'll give him a little bit of time though. There he is. What's up, two-way? All right, so he says U.S. stock futures were mixed this morning as investors prepared for a Fed meeting later this week. Momentum is positive heading into the week, and with the Dow riding a three-day win. With the Dow riding a three-day win streak, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are all up in the 4 of the past 5 sessions. So for the past 5 market days. All right, first one we can look at is PHAS. PHAS here, gapping up from 370s to 730s. The reason it's gapping up, it seems like it's the full results from a Phase Bio 1 clinical trial of their bio drug PB2452. It was published in the New England Journal of Medicine, and it was also presented at. They also had a presentation at one of the American colleges. It was presented at the American College of Cardiology for the 68th annual scientific session. Tiny float for PHAS. 321,000. So that is ridiculously small. To put things into perspective, like a small float stock is usually between, 500,000 to 3 million, 4 million is like a really small float. This one is tiny at 321,000, just very, very small, and it kind of makes sense. You can see how big this move was from 3s up to 11s, back down to 7s, and it makes a little bit more sense when you consider how small the float is for PHAS. We also have DERM. Like I said, I've traded DERM before here. It is gapping up from 680s to 1180s, so big gap up here. It's Dare Biosciences, and they announced the publication of positive clinical findings for one of their bio drugs, or one of their administration products. 8.5 million, so smaller float for DERM, basically positive data for DERM. We also have AMID. AMID gapping up from 4 to 519. It is American Midstream, and they announced the purchase of its outstanding common units by an affiliate of ArcLight Energy Partners. Float of 50 million, so medium float for this one. So just a buyout, it seems, for AMID. We have LPTX, which is Therapeutics, is going to give the results for their stage 2 of patients having cancer and being treated by the biodrug DKN01 P204. Float of 8.2 million, so small float regardless for both of those. Appreciate it, two-way. Thanks, brother. All right, well, guys, we're back. We're back trading the markets here. It is Monday. Appreciate it, two-way. Thanks, bro. But yeah, look at DARE here. DARE is one of the bigger movers right now in pre-market. A lot of volume coming in for DARE. Like I said, I've traded this one before. Let me see. It might have been over a year ago when it was all doing this. Late last year or early last year. So I can vaguely remember this one. Haven't traded it in a while, but yeah, it must have been almost exactly a year ago that I traded DARE. And now it's up to 240. What's up, Nick? Let's say welcome to everybody. What's up, Rohit, Ashraf, Mark? What's up, brother? Ricardo, Shaw, good morning. Jay, good morning. Hold on one second, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we got DARE, big mover here, big spike up, big gap up here, gapping up from 92 cents to 215. I wonder if we're going to get Mitch here today. We might. Let me call Mitch or text Mitch and see if we're going to have him here this morning. What's up, Sid? What's up, man? Good morning, brother. Yeah, so what's everybody's main watch today? What is everybody else looking at? I see DERM, DARE, and FAAS. Those are probably the biggest movers this morning. What is everybody else watching today? Let's see what's popping up on the scanners here. They got OGEN as well. OGEN. BABA, Alibaba. I actually called OGEN out in the member Discord last night as well, before it made this spike here. We'll see what it does. No, I didn't two-way. Sorry, brother. It's listen, man, my kids have been home for the last week. Today is the first day they're back in school. So, secretly excited about that. It's been with spring break, they've been home. It's been pretty hectic, man. So, any free time I get, I've just been wanting to lay around. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's rough, Pat. That's rough, man. Party time, yeah, man. Hectic. It's just been hectic, brother. It's just been hectic, man. Stressful, too, you know. All right. What's up, Shreep? Yeah, usually you'll notice about me, guys, that I kind of watch the same stuff most days. I watch AMD, NIO, the cannabis place, and then I keep an eye on some of the penny stocks. I'm watching this morning for penny stocks. I can pull up the chart here. You can see PHAS, which is a tiny float. I think it was like 320,000, so a super small float for PHAS. DARE is another one I'm watching. Big move, gapping up from 92 cents all the way to $2.11. We also have, what was the other one? DERM with a big move as well, from 680s to 1230s. So we got that. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm watching right now. We'll see what we get. SLNO may bounce. Yeah, I mean, this one's interesting. Big day Friday, came right back down. This is usually what happens. Two-way. What's up, Tony? What's up, man? All right. We got GoPro on the scanners as well. I'm looking at the other scanners as well. Let's see what we have. But yeah, DARE looks interesting. I'm going to be watching NIO as well. AMD, like I always do. AMD's moving more than it typically does. It had a big day on Friday. We got Etsy that's kind of moving some. ETSY kind of moving some. TRXC. Unit, UNIT, HAS. Kind of watching a few of these other ones. For gap downs, I'm looking at a few of these as well. We got PTE. NIHD is gapping down significantly. VTVT is starting to wash here. JILL is gapping up some. Not sure why that's on the gap down scanner. LL dropping some. Lumber Liquidator. GLBS, which is a shipping stock, I believe, is moving some and gapping down. You can see GLBS shipping gapping down from 560s to 515. Like I said, DERM looks pretty interesting here. DERM gapping up from 680s to 1256. So gapping up basically 100% close. We got CGC, Cannabis Play, CRON, ACB. ACB looks alright. It's been moving a decent amount every day. So I'm going to watch ACB. And we'll see what we get. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. What's up, guys? I appreciate it, two-way. LPTX. Yeah, I missed LPTX. Look at LPTX, though. It is running here, guys. You can see it gapping up from 220s to 296 for LPTX. What else do we have? NIO spiking up a little bit here. Alright guys, so yeah, again, trying to scale up a little bit more in sizing this week. Gonna go for 5 to 600 shares. See if we can get that rolling. 5 to 600 shares, let's do it. I was able to do 400 last week and 500 I think one time. Although I did manage to trade poorly, I think that's where I'm gonna head, and my average loss should be about $60, $70 if I'm using 5 to 600 shares, so not too bad. Yeah, you could try, Lucas. It's up to you, man. All right. Well, it is 8-8. ACB is up about 15 cents. It's a looks like a larger float stock, and so it doesn't have that big of a range. But I mean, in the last few days, it's up much more than that. In the last day or so, it is up from the 880s all the way to 970s. So it's up about 90 something cents. What's up, Casey? What's up, bro? We also have DARE, which is starting to spike up again here. DARE, it's up to 230s. Testing that previous high right here at 240. Yeah, PHAS. The float on this one is like, what, like 300,000. So it's just a tiny float for PHAS. I don't know. I'm getting another broker that said their float is for PHAS is 9.76 million. Let me see. So maybe it's not as small. Yeah, it's 9.5 million basically. 9.75 million float. So it's a small float. It's not that small, unless they reduced it. All right, guys. We got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes. Yeah, two-way posted his watch list. Yeah, man, I'm reading kind of stuff all over the place for the float size on PHAS. Like originally in the article two-way posted, it said it was like 300K, like 300,000, which is just tiny float. That would be a tiny float. And then the articles I'm looking up says it's like 9.7 million, like roughly 9.7 million. So I'm getting kind of a few different answers for float size from PHAS. Yeah, two-way left for work, brother. If you scroll up, you should see his news, though. His news releases and stuff. Yeah. Mark said PHAS on Schwab has 19.8 mil. Webull has 19.59 mil. And Yahoo has 321K. Yeah. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows what's going on? Nice, Pat. Hey, keep killing it, brother. Keep doing well, man. Do you employ long-term strategies or just day trade? I just day trade. We got DARE breaking over the pre-market high. It's testing the $0.50 at this point at 254 now. Just broke over the $0.50 for DARE. You can see the bottom chart right here. Finally got the break here over the pre-market high. And so it's up to 259 now. We'll see if it holds that area of support and continues pushing. Volume comes in, but DARE just broke the pre-market high. We'll see what we get with it. Starting to spike. Like I said, we also have DERM. DERM up to 1330s. So a huge move for DERM, kind of climbing back up there as well. Interesting here. We'll see what we get. DARE up to 268. Up to 268 for DARE. $270s for DARE still running here. Interesting. We'll see what we get. All right, so yeah, we'll also see what the moving average crossover strategy gets us today. In testing, it worked it worked 2 out of 4 times last week. So it failed half the time last week. The week before, it worked every single day. Last week, it only worked half the time. So we'll see what we get for that one. So going to be watching AMD again. Like I said, ACB, some of these cannabis plays look interesting. The overall market today is, let's see. The market is up, it seems. Yeah, the market's gapping up some, about 30 cents on the SPY. So it's gapping up some. The market's up on the SPY at least. But yeah, like I said earlier, what's everybody's main watch today? We also, DARE still pushing up. It went up to 280. 280 for DARE. We also have ATOS, which is gapping up some. ATOS had a big red day Friday, but it's gapping up some in pre-market now, gapping up about 55 cents in pre-market for ATOS after a big drop on Friday. So interesting one to watch there for ATOS. We also have RIOT, gapping up from 370s to 430. What's up, Best? All right. AMID. I know we were looking at AMID as well. Gapping up, I think it was a buyout, if I remember correctly, for AMID. But yeah, like I said, you can see ATOS here starting to kind of grind up a little bit. ATOS, it's at $4 from $3.50. So it's gapping up about 50 cents or so now. 45, 50 cents. That one looks interesting. Like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on AMD at least. It's gapping up some. Had a big day on Friday. Couldn't hold all of the gains, but it's still up some. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one as well. Again, Riot, which is a blockchain crypto-related stock. It's gapping up from 370s to 430s. And what is Bitcoin at these days? Bitcoin is at $3,961.96. So roughly 4 grand for Bitcoin these days. I can't really say I'm bullish on Bitcoin though, but maybe I'm wrong. What's up, Huguetes? Good morning, brother. Like I said, ACB gapping up a little bit here. Going to keep an eye on that. Small gap, but going to watch it. Cron, going to keep the other ones on watch as well. Like I said, the overall SPY is up some after having a nice green day on Friday as well. And so going to keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on the SPY, see where it goes. Again, we got some gapping down stocks, NIHD, ARPO. But as for the big penny movers here, we got PHAS, DERM, and DARE. These are probably the bigger movers in the market right now. A lot of people are probably watching these. NBEV. No. Looks kind of slow. You got YNDX gapping up some, CGC. ATOS kind of grinding back here. See what else we get. HIIQ. OKTA. Deutsche. ABIL. HMI. So yeah, I mean, mostly just keeping an eye on some of those penny movers. What's up, Nick? Good morning, bro. RIOT. Yeah, that one doesn't look terrible, Shaw. Starting to spike now. It's at 430s. Looks interesting. I'm not sure. Mo Defy. I'm not sure, brother. LPTX. Yeah, man. LPTX, I mean, big gap up here. I think 2A told us the news for LPTX to see. Yeah, LPTX is therapeutics. It's going to give the results of the stage 2 of patients having cancer and being treated by their biodrug DKN01P204. Float of 8.2 million, so it's relatively small float. But yeah, positive results is what's going on with LPTX here. Alright, so Mitch just told me he is hopping on. Let me get him set up here so we can get Mitch here on the stream this morning. Here we go. Like I said, let's get Mitch up here so Mitch can be on the stream. Let me get my headphones out here too, though. All right, Mitch, if you're listening, brother, I just emailed it to you, man. Let me get my headphones. All right. All right, let's see what my trades look like. Let's see what my graph looks like after last week. Like I said, last week, I was kind of bummed out. I finished the week off with a red trade. And, wanted to end the week green, but red trade ended the week last week. I still think I'm green on the week. I had 3 green days and 2 losing days last week. So let me see what my graph looks like now. How did everybody else do last week? 14. All right. All right, guys. We got about 7 minutes left, guys. 7 minutes. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm hoping to do well, man. The fade's been in play as well, babe. But good to hear you did good, Nick. Let's see. I know I ended the week on a bad note here. Yeah, see, this is my graph. Not bad. I mean, but you can see, like I said, Friday of last week, I lost a little bit. But yeah, not a bad graph. I mean, and all things considered, over the last 30 days, pretty, a very pretty graph in my opinion. And I've streamed all of these trades live. I've streamed all of these trades live every single morning. So, not a bad graph. I'll take it for sure. Like I said, just got to scale up in sizing a little bit, and I think I'm good. But we're getting there. Nice, Eric. Hey, green is good, brother. Green is good, man. BIOS last Friday, Netron. Yeah, let's keep that streak going, Pat. Yeah, man. Dare looks interesting. DERM2. I think both of these are very much in play today. DARE looking pretty strong. A lot of volume for DARE. I know a lot of people are going to be watching this one. All right, so there is the 825 mark. We're going to go ahead and get the get everything rolling here. Get ready to trade. Let's get it all set up and squared away here. Like I said, we got about 5 minutes left. Let's do this. There we go. All right, guys. All right, new week. Like I said, gonna be scaling up a little bit this week. I'm gonna be going for 5 to 600 shares. That is my goal this week, going up to 5 or 600 shares. And something I always tell people on here, like a very common thing when I'm trying to scale up, is that I might take a bigger than usual loss because my sizing is going to be bigger than normal. And so don't be surprised if I do take a loss and it's bigger. I just want to kind of put the expectation out there, because when you use bigger sizing, you're going to take bigger losses. And so right now, a loss in between $60 to $80 is reasonable, I think, with the sizing I'm using. Going for gains of, 80 to 160 is what I'm kind of shooting for here. So we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of my plan now. We'll see how it goes with 5 to 600 shares. Nice, MT. Good job, brother. All right, guys. Well, we got about 3 minutes left. Let's see. Mitch was supposed to join here. I'm pretty sure I emailed it to him. Let me make sure. Yep. All right, guys. We got 3 minutes. We got 2.5 minutes. Let's do it. Just trying to relax a little bit before the bell. Get kind of in a good trading mode, in a good trading mood as well. Just gonna try to get in some good setups today. Got to scale up a little bit in size. You can see DARE is starting to test the previous high of the day here at 288. Now, the last time it tested the high of the day, it was down here at around 9:10 market time at testing that 240 level. Broke over the $0.50 really nicely. Just broke over that previous high of the day. Got up to 290. We'll see if it actually breaks or if it gets rejected here. But yeah, that's an interesting one to watch. DARE. We got 2 minutes until the open. AMD starting to drop a little bit as well. I wonder how AMD would work with the red to green move mixed with the moving average crossover. I'm going to have to backtest that a little bit. We'll see how that goes. But that one seems interesting to me. Anybody tried that one? The moving average crossover with the red to green move? Alright guys, we got about a minute left. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Let's do it. Let's do it live, guys. Good luck. What's up, Connor? Good luck, man. All right, guys. We got less than a minute. Let's do this. AMD, big drop. Honestly, AMD, big drop right now. Down to 23.24, so AMD dropping here. Like I said, I'm going to be paper trading. Let me get out of this position before. We got 40 seconds. All right, guys, here comes the bell. Good luck, good luck. Let's do it. There we go. All right, guys. All right, so off the jump, we have DARE testing the highs here. We have, what was the other one? DERM. PHAS. PHAS spiking up here. PHAS spiking up. Let's see what we get here. Going to be looking at some of these cannabis plays like CRON. Let's see if any of these big runners are actually tradable or not. I know DERM used to be tradable. It is. Okay, so DERM is actually tradable for us today. DERM. I could look at these other ones really quick. ATOS is not. PHAS is not, which was to be expected. But yeah, DERM is tradable. So interesting level here. Well, the paper trading software on Thinkorswim is a little slow at the open. But luckily it's just paper and I'm out of it. Alright, we get the moving average crossover. And trying to buy it here, but no fill. Alright, let's cancel that. AMD spiking up big, like I said, though. We got ACB dropping here. I might look for a fade with that one. Cron spiking up. A few people talking about NBEV pushing up some. We'll watch those. But yeah, AMD spiking up big here. We'll see if it fails me on the paper account. Does anybody see how laggy this paper trading software is? Now I'm in with 1,500 shares. Whoa. Well, whatever, you know. 1,500 shares, I guess. Alright, I'm going to get in just a normal, reasonable position. Alright, CGC dropping. Not a bad fade for CGC. I'll keep an eye on that one. ACB popping up there. VWAP's a little bit too high for me to want to take it with ACB. Yeah, I figured that. I just figured that, Nick. Not the best for paper trading, you know. But it's alright. Durham dropping DERM. So at this point, I mean, I'm kind of watching CGC for a fade. If CGC can fade back down here. Like I said, I was a little late for the moving average cross, though. A little late for it. Um, I took partial off of here, holding 300 left. On this paper trade. I'm going to take another 100 off and then leave 200 here to play with. I feel better about that. Going to let the rest work, see if it holds support. The last little bit on this 200 is the $0.50. If it breaks under the $0.50, I'll get out on this paper moving average crossover play. It works really well on Mondays is something I'm realizing. Typically every Monday it seems to be working fine. The moving average cross. $1 spread on PHAS. Cron spiking up, ACB spiking up. So we're getting some movement in the cannabis play, specifically upward movement. DARE may be dropping. We can trade DERM. DERM is tradable on TAFs for us. So watching that. Cron might have had a nice little VWAP bounce there. CGC spiking up. So the cannabis plays are really moving up today from what I see. What is NIO doing? I forgot to keep an eye on NIO. Oh, wait. There's my exit for... Alright, so I'm out of the moving average crossover play on AMD. That was my exit. My exit was the $0.50, but green is good. I'm watching NIO here. If NIO can pull back to the VWAP at 560s, I can use a risk area of about, I guess the previous high of the day at 569. So a risk of about 6 cents or so on NIO. That's what I'm watching now. Hey, appreciate the $2 donation, Enduro. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, bro. Appreciate the $2 donation, brother. Means a lot, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to Enduro with the dono. Thanks, man. All right, so like I said, I'm watching NIO at this point. It's got a small range. And so I'm looking at it here. I think if it pulls back to 63, I could set a pretty tight risk at like 69. And set a reward target at the $0.50 at 550, but it's got to pull back to 63. So I'm essentially looking for, this is my risk right here. This is my entry right there. And this is my reward target down here at the 550 level for that $0.50 move. We'll see if we get it. Maybe sold AMD a little bit too early. This $0.50 was my risk. I just didn't want to see it really break down under the $0.50. But it worked. Moving average crossover worked. The only problem with shorting NIO is that it's had a few red days back to back. It had a red day yesterday. It had a red day the day before. And so it makes me trust it a little bit less. DERM, maybe with a washout long on DERM. So if you look at DERM here, guys, it just broke the previous high of the day. And it's starting to run. It's also testing the whole dollar now. But it just broke this previous high of the day at 1370s here. And volume starting to come in as it broke this previous high of the day. You can see a lot of volume starting to come in there. It's something that we actually talked about. Last night's class was on washout longs and red to green moves. Now, this is a washout long, but... yeah, DERM looking okay. We also had the crossover there on that move. So, interesting here. NIO is dropping a little bit too much for me to really want to attack here. SPY is up. But as this moves up, I mean, now I can use the 64, 65 level as my risk, maybe. But DERM, like I said, spike it up with a nice washout long. It's up there in a decent amount. Yeah, there's the big move on DERM up to 1420s. 1420s for DERM. Same exact move that we talked about yesterday in class. So it's cool to see one of these. Kind of exactly what two-way talked about as well with how you approach these. So two-way, man, your way worked today, man. Nice job. I bet you two-way's attacking DERM if you can, because this is what he talked about. Basic two-ways, basic take on washout longs is that he actually looks for the first day move to go long, because he said when you get this drop at the open, a lot of shorters start jumping in and then they get squeezed up right here, and so this is them getting squeezed up, and so it gives it more momentum on the upside once the squeeze happens, because a lot of people see a huge ridiculous gap like this and they think it's just going to head back down, and so whenever it bounces back here and breaks this high, you know, it kind of squeezes it up, and that's kind of what two-way was talking about. A good example of it right here on DERM. Nice example. All right, so NIO 560 entry with a 565 risk doesn't seem terrible. Doesn't seem terrible. Maybe 567 is a little bit reasonable with a 14-cent reward target of 544 for NIO. Okay, I got you, Mitch. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, bro, I can see your face. There you go. All right, NIO getting up here. NIO getting up here now. I don't like it as much. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Say something.
What's up? What's up?
There we go. Hey, can y'all hear Mitch?
What's going on, guys?
Mitch is at the coffee shop today.
You know it. I'm about to mute myself already.
All right. All right, I'm watching NIO right now.
I wanted to get in there on ACB for the VWAP bounce there. VWAP bounce. It would have been a nice 10-cent cover already. I just was joining the link right when I put the order out. Couldn't get filled at 79.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at. They said they can barely hear you. Let me see. How about now?
What's going on, guys? Can y'all hear me now?
There you go.
Can y'all hear me?
All right, I am in NIO with a risk of about 5 cents with 500 shares. So I'm risking about 25 bucks on this trade. Risk is up here at 63, 64 maybe. We'll see what we get. It's really the kind of only fade I see today that I really kind of looks halfway decent. We'll see if we get a fade back down here for NIO. If not, I can get out for a small loss. But taking it with 500 shares, we'll see what we get today with it. Like I said, going to try to scale up this week. So regardless of what happens, it's just a process of scaling up. We'll see if we get the drop back down. I'll probably take some at the $0.50 if we can get down there. Kind of consolidating a little bit here. 56. Like I said, I'll take some at the $0.50 if we can get down to 50. Not a terrible looking fade on it. Just such a small range. It's the only problem with NIO right now. Let's see if we get a drop though. Cron just dropped pretty big. Cron. All right, we're down to 55s, 54s. Like I said, we'll see if we get that 50 move. That's what we want. We want this 50 move, this $0.50. Like I said, only problem with it is that it's down so much already in the last 2 days. That's the only problem with NIO, and I can recognize that. So it may be a little extended on the downside, but it looked like a good fade, so we'll take it. Down to 54, 53s. $56, $57. Got to watch the squeeze here. 59. That's not the squeeze I want. So I got to be careful here. It just broke that high. We could see some volume come in on NIO. Up to 60. Like I said, this is the squeeze we got to be careful of. 59s. 58s. Let's see if we can get it drop back down. Hopefully it's just a fake out, but if not, I can keep it pretty tight here. '60s. You see any other drops? I mean, I see Cron dropping down. Y and DX looks okay as well. All right, we are at 561. And so, like I said, I got to be a little bit careful here. It's back down to 560. I want to see a rejection here. I don't want to see a move back up necessarily to 561s. There's 59s, 58s. Looks a little bit better. I want to see a break back down underneath the VWAP here. That's the ideal scenario. See if we get a test of the $0.50 is really what we're looking for here. If it squeezes back up and spikes up, I got to be very careful with it. It's down to 58s, 59s again. Back up to 560. Like I said, if it squeezes up here, I got to be careful. You just got to think about the most obvious squeeze level where all the other shorters are going to be jumping out. It'd probably be roughly around this level if it breaks this high. So hand over the cover button. Getting very, very close. Down to 59s again. Let's see if we can break down. It's testing it. But it's sitting up here long enough to make me nervous at it. We'll see what we get. Down to 59s. Trying to have the patience with it, but we'll see. It's building some resistance now. Up to 60 again. Like I said, got to get pretty careful here. If it starts to push these highs, I just got to jump out for a small loss. We'll see if we eventually get a fade, but if not, like I said, I'm keeping it pretty tight. All right, there's the break, 62s. Again, I'm using this previous high right here as my risk, so right around 64. So I'll let it test this level, but I'm going to jump out if it starts to squeeze up in any significant way. It's back down to 60. That's good. Kind of confirmed my risk level a little bit. At this point, if it breaks that previous high, I'll get out. But we'll give it a chance. Hopefully that fake out signifies some weakness here. Cannabis plays running. Yeah, CGC running nicely there. We got Kron pushing up. ACB is up today. Looks good. Trying to have the patience with NIO, but it kind of consolidating right up here around my risk is a little nerve-wracking. But trying to have the patience. Like I said, though, at this point it's pretty easy to stick with. If it breaks this level here, I'm out. And so I'll let it test, but ultimately I want to see a breakdown. DERM finally dropping. It had that nice little red to green move though, or that nice little washout long there for DERM. Finally starting to drop some. We'll see what we get, but it had a little bit of a squeeze to make some money there with DERM. But yeah, SPY is just running up big. All right, there's 59s, 58s, looking a lot better here. We'll see if we get the breakdown. This is what I'm going for here. Like I said, I want to see this $0.50 test, and I'll take some off at the $0.50, let the rest work. And so we'll see what we get. This is the breakdown I wanted. Down to 54s. Let it roll again here. See if we get that breakdown. See if we get the $0.50 break. That's what we're shooting for here. 54s. Get it down to 52s, maybe 50s, 52s. I might consider taking a little bit off, just depending on if it drops that much. Trying to have some patience with it, though. Let's see. $54s. We may get a little bit of a bounce here. Obviously, though, we want to see it, like the next step, and then there's the bounce. The next step is like we want to see it test the $0.50. Like that's really the goal here, is to have it test the $0.50 and break down underneath. You know, like that's the next step. And so we'll see. I know some shorters jumped in here. Let's just hope they don't get squeezed up. And let's just hope it continues to drop. But regardless, I'm keeping my loss pretty small with this one. Yeah, we got a little push up to test the VWAP. Let's see if we get another breakdown here. That's what we want. There's another move. There's another move back up on NIO. What's up, bro?
Sweating a little bit.
Huh?
Sweating a little bit.
A little bit, man. I'm taking 500 shares, and even though it's a smaller range stock, I'm just not used to it. And so I'm watching it. I'm watching every move. Is all it is. Like it's just something I got to get used to for sure.
All you gotta do is respect your number. That's all it is.
Right. And I got my risk here now, and so I'm just sticking with it. Should be easy trade to follow through. The only thing about it, like looking at the daily chart, I might have rushed into it. If you look at the intraday chart, it's been down the last 2 days, and so it may actually be a little oversold, and so it may bounce back a little bit here. Like that's the only thing that makes me a little bit a little bit more hesitant in this one, is that it may be a little oversold, but I'm giving it its chance, and I'm just sticking to my levels. You didn't get in anything yet? I didn't see any fades today. Maybe
No, I'm just looking at DERM there for VWAP bounce. Just thinking about maybe 1330s,
look
March
at
13th, but
yeah, that one doesn't look. That one had a nice red to green move, like in yesterday's class or washout long. In yesterday's class, we went over washout longs. Look at YNDX. YNDX doesn't look bad either. If YNDX can pull back and push. There's 59s on NIO. Like I said, 63 or so is probably my number where I'm going to get out of it. Well, while I'm sitting in this trade, if anybody wants to use the broker that Mitch and I are using, you can go check out TradeNet. And if you want to help support the channel, you can go through my link.
all right, thinking about it long here on APHA, guys. APHA. All right, long here, guys. In there at 63 with 1,000 shares.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah, let me try to get this shared screen going.
All right, we're up to 61 on NIO, 61. Like I said, I don't really want to see it break 63. If it breaks 63, I just got to get out of it and respect the exit. So I'm risking about 35, 40 bucks on the trade. So hopefully it gets rejected here and we get a pull back down. But if it doesn't, I got to just respect it and get out. There's back down to 60, so that's a little bit better. Hopefully we get a double top here. That would be ideal if it double topped. But if it breaks, I gotta respect the level at 63, that previous high. What was your entry on APHA?
63.
63?
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Ah,
It's a good entry.
some problems with test. Yeah.
All right, we're back up to 61 on NIO. Like I said, got to be pretty close here.
I'm gonna deal with some issue.
All right, it's at 61. Like I said, I'm hoping for a double top here, but if it breaks this level, I just got to respect it for NIO. I'm down about 4 cents in the trade. 4 cents a share. $20 total. If it stops me out, I should be down. Let me see. If it stops me out, I should be down.
Don't stress it. Just is a loss. If it's a
35.
loss. If it's a win, it's a win.
Yeah, no stress, man. If it gets to my level, it gets to my level. That's all I can do at this point. The hard part's done. You know, we try to teach people this, is that you calculate your levels. That's the hard part. You know, finding your levels, giving yourself the levels. Once you're actually in the trade, you're just following those pre-planned levels. That's it. That's all you're doing. And so, you know, kind of helps to. Although I'm kind of emotional and, you know, I'm using bigger size than I usually do, and I'm trying to scale up in sizing. I know I just have these levels that I have to, you know, strictly follow, and that's all I can do is just follow these levels. All right, we're back up to 61. Like I said, it may make a push here. If it makes a push, I just got to get out of it. It's setting up to look like it may make a push. Hopefully, we get a rejection, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too much about that. It's down to 560, 559. So let's just see a wash here. If not, I'm gonna exit. Hold firm to my risk.
Risk for me is 59. Risk for me is 59.
All right. So yeah, Mitch's risk level is right here. All right. So we got 61 pop again. Like I said, once it starts to pop, I got to be a little bit more careful, just because it could start testing my risk. It's held as pretty strong resistance at this point, but I have to be prepared for the break if it does happen. You know, we could get a volume spike. It could start to really squeeze up here, and so I just gotta have my hand over the cover button and be ready to exit this one if it does squeeze up. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that, but I gotta be careful to follow my level. I don't want to get squeezed up.
All right, added size there. I'm in at 62, risking 3 cents off 59 for this flag here. Seeing that flag hold well here. Just needed to get above 65 here, and you should turn around for me. Let's see what we get here.
There's a drop down to 59s for NIO. Drop down to 58s now. That's much better. We'll see if it follows back down. Like I said, the goal here is the $0.50 at least. But yeah, hopefully it maintains and stays under the VWAP. That's the big thing. It's kind of battling the VWAP here. It's right around break even for me now. We'll see if we get a washout like we're looking for. It's been kind of consolidating up there a little bit, but all right. So Mitch said he added. So what's your full sizing? 1500.
1,500 shares at 962.
Nice. Good luck, brother.
Nope. 3 cent risk here. Not too big.
What's up? What's up, Charts? What's up, brother? You got your pro account, brother? Good luck, man. I hope you do well, Charts. All right. So we got a little bit of a double top here, hopefully, on NIO. Like I said, that's kind of ideal if it does kind of maintain the double top and doesn't actually spike up again here. We're down to 57s. This is really what we kind of wanted. Hopefully, we can get a washout down to the $0.50, and we can get a, you know, if we get a move down to the $0.50, I can at least take some of the money off, and that way, it's going to be less likely that it's actually like a losing trade. And so we're getting another move down here for NIO down to the 50s. Let's see if we get a washout here. This is what we really want. We do have a down wick here, which means some type of buying pressure, so it didn't stay down there for very long, unfortunately. We'll just see if we get that move that we're looking for. We're down to 56. It went down to 59 for Mitch, but it did give him a little bit of confirmation there. It bounced right off of 59, so that might be a good thing, really, for him.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if 58 show up again on the bid. Now I'm going to have to get out. But I saw it kind of absorb there in 59. Let's see what happens right here. It's going to be quick. Nice Harmony candle there. Let's see if we get a bounce up to 63, 64s. Make us feel a little bit more comfortable.
Right. All right, so we're just kind of consolidating at 56 for me here with NIO. Like I said, goal is for it to at least test the $0.50 at 550. That's what we want to see. Back up to 57.
59 showing up, guys. Got to be paying attention here.
All right, we're back up to 58 on mine. Not really what we wanted to see. We want to see a little bit more of a breakdown. But at least I have a very obvious risk level at 62 now. If it breaks 62, I'm out of this thing. Hopefully it maintains under the VWAP though, but we'll see.
I'm out. I'm out, guys. Out. $85 loss. Not bad, though.
Yeah, it's small relative to the sizing, so don't stress it.
Oh, I have no problem with that one. It gave me a chance. I really wanted ACB early in the day. I just missed it. I was trying to log on to Zoom, and that's what happens when you're late.
Yeah, it happens, brother.
Yeah, ACB looked a lot better to begin with the VWAP bounce. And you see that one made a beautiful VWAP bounce.
Right. All right, NIO battling the 59 level now. It's kind of super choppy. We're just going to, the good thing about this is that it makes my trade super easy at this point. You can see the major resistance here at 560s. And so if it breaks that level, I can just get out. It just makes it super easy. The goal is to have it break down here, down low under these 550s. But again, like I said, the only thing a little concerning about it is that it did have 2 red days in a row prior to this. And so I just got to be careful, stick to my risk, and, hold to my levels. That's all I can do. I don't want to see a flat top breakout here. I'd love to see it wash out. But it's starting to head up, so I'm just going to hold to my levels, see what we get with it. Yeah, SPY has been heading up all day today. SPY's been moving up. And I mean, NIO is a Chinese company, and so it shouldn't be affected by it too much. But you never really know what gets affected by that or not. All right, so NIO is spiking up here. It's up to 560s again. At this point, it's at a triple top and it's at a double top and a triple bottom. And so that's the only thing I got to watch. If it breaks here, got to get out. It's also a very choppy day. You can see it chopping over and under the VWAP, which just means very choppy movement. There's 61 again. Like I said, it looks like it wants to make this push, but we'll let it see if it follows through again here. Yeah, that's how I feel on this one, Todd. All right, we're at 61. It's kind of climbing here. It's been in this little channel. I don't really want to get caught in the squeeze out of it. So, getting ready to cover if it breaks. All right, well, we're getting some consolidation. Like I said, I'm just watching this one very closely because we could get a squeeze here. There's 62, exactly what I was looking for, or exactly what I was worried about. There's 63, 64s. I'll let it test once, and then I'm out. 64 was my risk. All right, it touched 65, and then I jumped out for a $35 loss. Just like I said, that was my loss on the day. That's what I was risking is $35, and so that's fine. Not bad, not a huge loss for 500 shares. It was a smaller range stock, but it's not terrible. Again, though, like I said, I realized what I did wrong as soon as I got in this trade, which is that if you look at it, it's had a lot of downward movement in the last few days, and it's down a ton relative to what it usually is for NIO. And so $35 loss with 500 shares, I'll take that tiny loss. Not really getting too many fades in the market, so it is what it is. Kind of looking at Y and DX, although it's already filled the gap. Yeah, for sure. I held to my plan. That's all I can really do in these type of trades. But like I said, if you look at my graph, like it's just a process. This is my chart from the last month, and so I'm still really nice green chart. It's just I gotta work on scaling up a little bit and maybe analyzing extension a little bit more before I jump into it. That was what I think I did wrong here, but it is what it is. I'll take it.
Hey, don't stress it, man. It was a good trade, just probably too down on the day, on the daily chart.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit extended on it. But yeah, like I said.
Looking to get in here in KNDI. All right.
KNDI.
Short here, 790s. All right, gotta hold to my 8.
Risk.
So the stock that is low volume, so you gotta keep a really close eye on it. But the daily chart and 5-minute chart supports this trade more than the 1 minute.
Yeah.
See this on the 15-minute. See this flag, which fails to get below 8, it should get back down to 75s. If it cracks 75s, we can get down to 750.
Yep. Doesn't look terrible.
real key is it's just going to be real quick if it can get back below the VWAP here. Back below VWAP, it went down to 780s. If it gets back down to 780s, we'll take some profit, and then we'll try to let it crack that 780 and get down to the 760s. Just got to keep a close eye on it here. Don't want it to squeeze through the eights. Not too bad at the end of the day, whatever happens here. Been doing pretty well last 2 weeks. Been up about $600. So
yeah, man. I mean,
that's it. Just gonna take the trades and continue on.
Today just may not be the day for fades, brother. You know.
Yeah, it might not be.
Yeah. I mean, it's with NIO. It's still kind of.
I took a long at least. I think it was more of a long day.
Yeah, for sure.
Find the right trade either. And then DRM kind of looked good at that VWAP bounce. It ended up working out, but the spread was too big.
Right.
I didn't feel like taking that risk right now.
Right, for sure. Yeah, AMD washing out, man. I'm seeing it. It's down to 23.40. I'm looking at it on my end. Big drop. But no, like I said, guys, if you're interested in using the broker that Mitch and I are using, you can go check out TradeNet. I think the 20% off sale is done, but you can still get an intro package. Instead of paying $500, you can get one for $450 by going through my link. And the way TradeNet works is that it's very similar to a prop firm. You pay for a package. It's not a deposit. You're actually paying for that package. And with that, you get a certain amount of buying power. For the intro package, they give you $14K in buying power to trade with, and there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under $13,300, they close your account down, and there's a profit split of 70-30. But commissions are pretty cheap if you use small sizing. They're 0.006 cents per share with a 150 minimum per trade. And so basically, if you use less than 300 shares, a full round trip is like $3 or $4. And so super cheap with small size. Most penny stocks aren't tradable, so you do want to understand that most penny stocks are not tradable. But I think it's good for new traders to learn with. You could pay $3.99 or $4.50 today, and you can trade. You know, you're paying $450 to get $700 in losses, so you actually get an extra few $100s to lose, which I think is good for new traders. And so if you want to help support the channel and go through my link, I definitely appreciate it. Also, if you do sign up to TradeNet, and if you have signed up through my link, you get a free month of our classes. And yeah, like CoinFox says, if you ask them, they can usually extend the discount. And so, like I said, if you want to help support the channel, you can go through my link. I just posted it in the chat. And again, if you sign up through my link, you get a free month of our classes. And so go check that out. There's the link. And again, let me know if you sign up so I can give you our class info and get you set up with our classes. Looking a little bit better for you for K and DI, man.
Yeah, man. Just got to crack this 82s, take first profit here at 80, and then I'll let the trade work itself. We're going to take 700 off here at 80. This is going to give us an ability to only be down about $15 for the day. Give me a chance to either end the day green or let the trade work back and we end the day small red, which is what we want to do.
Right.
When we go red, we end small. There's some days where you just have to see if your next trade, makes you get back to that kind of zero or neutral point. Sometimes you just got to call it a day. Last week we did that on Monday. We went from being down over $100 to being neutral, and then the rest of the week we were green on almost every single trade. Right. So that's what you got to do sometimes. Sometimes you just got to know when to fold them, keep fighting through, and you'll be all right.
Nice.
Let's see if this wants to crack here.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of, with the penny stocks moving up, I'm seeing a lot of these, let me move this out the way. I'm seeing a lot of these other stocks kind of get a little bit choppy, like they're crossing over and under the VWAP, which kind of signifies some choppiness, and that's what I'm seeing with a lot of these. And so I'm glad I kept my loss relatively small with NIO with 500 shares, but I'll be right back. I gotta go get a battery.
No stress. Went down to 81 there on the bid there. I was trying to take 80 there. Maybe should have taken the 84, but trying to get down to the support, which is 780 here.
Yeah, man. AMD dropping huge here. Big drop. Hey, appreciate the new sub, Han. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. And like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We day trade live on stream every weekday, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, if you want to click the like button, it'll help support the channel. And so if you can click the like button to show your support here, if you appreciate the free content that we put out, hit that like button for us, guys.
This is one of those go to sleep trades.
Yeah, babe. They happen. I was almost like NIO. If I wasn't in such big sizing with NIO, I was getting a little dull. It was getting a little dull with NIO as well. What's up, charts? Merc, Counter-Strike, go. What about short list on TradeNet for shorting penny stocks? What do you mean by that, bro? Hey, appreciate it, Joran. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, brother. I might just call you Norwood. But appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the support, man. We try, brother. We try. We just try to, we try to have full transparency is what we try to do. We let people watch everything, which nobody else really does that. Other people might stream. They don't show you their account balance. They don't show you their profit and loss or anything. They just hide it. We just try to show everything, regardless of whether we win or lose. Check out ATOS. Just spiked, looking for a good fade here. Yeah, ATOS did just spike, guys. Check out ATOS. Appreciate the call out. There you go, Mitch. A little bit better for you. But yeah, what do you mean by that, Merc? What about the short list on TradeNet for shorting penny stocks? What do you mean by that? Yeah, look at ATOS run here. Went up to almost 475. Looks like about 470. But yeah, this is why, here's the thing, guys. If you look at NIO, this is exactly why. Right. Let me look at RIOT. Some people talking about RIOT. Yeah, RIOT, I mean, the problem is it's already almost effectively filled the gap already. But if you look at NIO and see where I exited the trade, you can see why I exited there. With the risk level, I want to get in at the most obvious, squeeze level. And that's where I got out of NIO. So I'm glad I got out of it. It's back up to 570s, testing the high of the day. So I think my exit was on point with that one. It just didn't work out. Right, that's what I was about to say. So TradeNet doesn't have many. No, you're good, Merc. No worries, brother. But yeah, man, TradeNet. Most penny stocks are not available to trade on TradeNet. Most. Now there's some, and they'll do a good job of adding them. Like they added DERM, which I would consider a penny stock. DERM. They added BPTH whenever BPTH was going crazy, and so they usually do a good job of adding those stocks. But most penny stocks are not available to trade. They do. They like. Coin says they mostly encourage trading stocks over $10. But anything that's actually tradable, so anything you can trade, you can short without having to borrow stocks, without having to borrow anything, without having to locate shorts. So anything that is tradable is shortable, and that's my favorite thing about them is that anything that I can long in, I can short without having to locate anything. But again, I mean, like I said, TradeNet has so many benefits to it. Like the main reason, and maybe I'm biased because I posted the link, but if you think about it, for the intro package, you're paying, anywhere between $400 and $450 for the intro package, and you have a $700 max loss, and so really you're getting a few extra $100 to lose. You're getting a few extra $100 to lose, and so I mean, if you think about it, it's not a bad deal. I think it's mostly meant for traders that are available, that for new traders that want to learn how to trade. That's what I think it's really good for. It's just new traders learning to trade. They can take small sizing, take it slow, and really focus on, learning. Yeah, DARE isn't tradable though on there. Right, that's exactly kind of my point. If you get in during one of the sales, I mean, even if you go through my link, you still get 10% off, so it's like $450. But like you said, you could go through my link and then request the $3.99, and a lot of times they'll give it to you. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, Mary. I mean, I might have just missed it. I usually typically use a 1 minute. I'll look at the 5 minutes sometimes, but with quick, usually I'm attacking these right after the open, and so I usually stick with a 1 minute because a lot of times the 5 minutes not going to be super relevant with these. But every trader's different, so no worries.
Seeing that APHA start holding that 960s.
Mikey here. Is there a course you can recommend that explains what I'm seeing on your screen? Very overwhelming. I mean, there's a lot of free information. Listen, I could say, listen, we offer classes, right? It's $15 a month. And I could say, hey, well, why don't you just sign up for my classes? And maybe I should. But at the same time, man, I think you could probably there's a lot of free information out there. And so you don't necessarily have to take our course. You could probably figure that stuff out for free with what you're trying to learn, at least, And so basically, if you're brand new, you want to just get started and go slow. You can take our course. Like I said, if you want to take our course, we'll explain it for you. But there's a lot of free information out there as well, Mikey. And so it's I don't want to pretend like you have to go through our classes in order to learn that stuff, because there's a bunch of free information. But if you do want to go to our classes, and we'll be happy to explain it all for you, here's the link. But like I said, there's a lot of free information. Basically, the bottom is his profit and loss in the stocks he's traded. The top chart here is the main chart he's looking at on KNDI. He's actually in this stock short, so he profits when the stock drops. This is the executing broker. So on the left side of the screen right here is where he buys and sells and picks his share size and picks what type of order he wants to get in with. There's a lot of different things that, it would take a long time for me to explain exactly what everything is. But like I said, there's a bunch of free info out there. If you do want to take our classes, it's $15 a month, and we'll be happy to explain it there as well. But again, there's free info out there, so just, it's totally up to you.
Starting to get a little impatient.
Should I play the Jeopardy music for you, bro?
Oh, no worries. I got some funky music playing back here. That's why
Yeah, no worries, man. What is the kid of his stocks doing here, man? CGC.
I'm telling you, APHA, I think maybe should have held on, expanded my risk a little bit, but I think that one's going to break out.
NIO's breaking the high of the day here. So like I said, that's why I exited there. If CGC gets up to 46, I'll consider it. With a 10-cent risk or so. It's going to be a smaller trade because I don't typically trade more than once, usually every day. I kind of stick to once to have some even kind of more decipherable results and stuff like that. But if it gets up there, I'll consider it. If it gets up to 46.
Oh, MU for the VWAP reject. That was a nice one. Oh, look at this one. I was thinking about shorting. Man, this one you could kick yourself in the butt. Look at HEAR.
Here.
Oh,
Turtle
man.
Beach.
I was gonna short that one at 35s, 40s. Look where it is now. That just tanked.
What happened with that, man? Something had to happen.
It's been hit with bad news the last couple of days, and it's gapped down through the level that it did the reverse split. So now it's cheaper than the reverse split.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so now you're seeing that just bop, right there, cracked at 1330s, never came back. I think tanked. I should have maybe jumped on that one at 1340s, but it just didn't have no range. It was like one of these plays. So,
right.
Same kind of play, small, tight range, but you expect the breakdown because of the history or the catalyst in the stock. That's what I expected in HEAR. Look at that, down to 1250s now.
Yeah, man, that thing's dropping like crazy.
$1 crack.
Man. Yeah, super quick.
Yep, really super quick.
Like I said, though, CGC, it's kind of tough to be what exactly CGC would be here.
Trying to cover some here at 81s. Let's see if I can get covered here.
Don't you worry about a thing, Mitch.
Don't you hear it? You
Yeah,
hear
yeah, I can hear it. But I gotta turn you down a little bit just so.
Yeah, I know it's getting funky here.
But yeah, no. To follow up with what I said, Mary. So Mary said it spied largest inflows last week since last December. Hard to short market. Yeah, I mean, like I said, with a lot of the stocks we trade, that doesn't have super. It's not super significant with many of these. Like for instance, I'm trading NIO, which had pretty big red days the last few days after, the event you were talking about.
Here is down there. It went spiked down.
12-12. Yeah, man. I'm looking at it.
I'm telling you, that was the one for the day. I knew there would be one that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
That one. That one just. But the only problem with that one is just the tightness. But you see it on the daily.
Right. Yeah, man. That one got hit. I mean, it was hard to predict. I mean, not necessarily hard to predict. It was hard to get in beforehand. You know, it was just really tight on the daily, in between 1660s and 15s, but massive drop for it. But no, what I was saying though is that with a lot of the stocks we trade, it's not super relevant because, like for instance, like NIO has had multiple red days in a row after the event you were talking about, and it's also a Chinese stock, and so it's not super relevant to like what. With many of the stocks that we're trading, like with AMD, it's probably relevant, but with like a lot of the cannabis plays and the Chinese electric vehicles, then it's not super important.
All right.
Oh yeah, they are blaring that music over with you, man. Yeah, man. Honestly, bro, I got you muted because that's loud, bro. So I hope that's cool, man. All right, guys. So yeah, we'll see what we get. It looks like CGC got rejected right at the previous day's closing price, and so CGC got rejected there. Could have been a decent short right around that level, but unfortunately, wasn't able to take it. That sucks. It happens though. All right, I think the music's done, huh?
Oh well, that song
Right.
that crazy song is over at least.
Yeah. Don't you worry about a thing. That's all I heard.
That's it, bro. That's
Was that like Christina Aguilera? That's how it sounded like. I was trying to see.
idea?
Huh? All right, well, Mitch, I might take you down for a second, brother. Do our site promo before I throw you back up.
Go for it, brother. Go
All right.
for it.
Whoa. My screen looks plain here. There we go. All right, guys. Well, like I said, go check out our site. You know, Mitch and I, we day trade live on stream, so you can kind of follow along with us. But if you look at our site here, we try to be the anti-guru. We try to give you stuff for cheaper than everybody else. Like if you go to the member library here, You can see we have over 50 hours. Really, it's probably around 55, 60 hours of content at this point. But it's just a lot of, here, let me get this signed up here. It's just a lot of content for cheap. We just try to be cheaper. You know, a lot of people are charging thousands of dollars for their courses, and they're good courses and everything like that. I'm not going to hate on those courses. But, you know, we just try to give people a cheap option. You know, instead of paying thousands of dollars for less content, we give you, you know, a bunch of good content for cheap. Like I said, we must have like 55, 60 hours of content. So actual days of content on triangles, VWAP strategies, backtesting, setting up your trading screen, trading support and resistance, understanding gaps, ranges in trading, following the market, scaling and trading, building a trade plan. So we got tons of different classes, and that's just one section here. Again, if you look at risk reward, we got a whole different section on that. A lot of different stuff here. Like I said, we must have like 55 to 60 hours of content, so actual days worth of content. And then we also hold 3 live classes a week. And so we hold 3 1-hour long live classes every single week on top of the over 50 hours of content that we have. And like I said, it's only $15 per month. We just kind of try to be that anti-guru. Even on the packages page here, this is what we say. Like even on the home page of the packages, it says, remember, we are not gurus and cannot guarantee you'll make money in trading. Our goal is to offer our members a cheap option as opposed to $1,000 courses. If you're a new trader looking to learn for cheap, we are happy to help. And that's really what we're all about. We're not trying to, you know, we're not trying to charge thousands of dollars for stuff that you could find available for free online. You know, we're just trying to be that anti-guru. And like I said, if you want to check that out and, you know, go check out our site, help support what we're doing here, you can go to this link and I'll post it now. There's the link if you're interested in checking that out. I'll also play our promo video really quick and then we'll get back to Mitch trading. I still got to upload this promo video, but let's see. Here it is.
At this point, I gotta make the no risk point. If it gets above to 91s, I'll risk 1 cent. But I'm not gonna go ahead and make the thing kind of legal. Seeing as I've been sticking around and letting the trade work, all I can do is either let the trade work or cut the trade off. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. That's perfect. You're good, bro. No stress.
Oh, sorry, I was muted this whole time. But yeah, we just try to give people a cheap option, a cheap method. You know, we have over 50 hours of content for $15 a month, and you also get 3 live classes every week. You get access to our Discord chat as well, and so it's a lot of value for 15 bucks, guys. And again, we try to be that anti-guru. We're not trying to charge thousands. We're just trying to teach people what we know, help them grow as traders, and have full transparency at the same time. So go check out the link if you want to help support us. What were you saying, Mitch? Sorry, brother.
No, nothing. I'm just at the point where I gotta let this trade either be a winner or not let it become a loser. I'm sticking around for so long. I have this like kind of internal ticking time bomb here, and got to go ahead and take some profit when I can. Let this trade work here. Let's see if we can get covered here. Some
Pause
shares
that.
at 82. Let's try 83. I think the ass is gonna go down here. There it goes. Went down to 84. All right.
Sorry. It's not looking bad for you though, bro. What's your plan?
I'm trying to cover in the 81s, 82s, 80. So that the trade is viable. Um, but the ass is the spread right now is 3 cents.
Yeah, that's sorry, coin. That's Hero. We blocked him numerous times. He kind of spams the chat, tries to promote his business, and he's a kid. He doesn't know anything about trading. It's just he does it every day. It's kind of a daily, thing here. He joins the chat, we ban him. He comes back the next day with a new name, tries to promote his stuff, tries to talk about random nonsense, and so we just kind of ban him as soon as it happens. He does it every day. Hey, appreciate it, coin. Appreciate it, brother.
Well,
Music's back, man.
I know I could hear it. Give us one more second here.
I mean, if you get out now, you and I could be down the exact same amount, bro. Just a thought. I'm not telling you should or shouldn't. I'm just saying.
I'm considering some shares, but if I would cover, I would cover some. I wouldn't cover all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just if you get out now, we're both down 35 on the day. We can keep it symmetrical. There you go. There you go. You cover?
Yeah, I covered 600 there.
Nice.
Covered 600 shares there, guys.
See, brother, you had the patience, brother. You had the patience,
That's
man.
what happens here, you guys. Sometimes you need the patience.
You had it, man.
All right.
There you
Next
go.
profit, 72 area.
But yeah, it's getting a little late, so you said next profit 72.
Yeah. Now that we crack down, we could crack it big here. Give it a chance here. We're up $54 on the day. You got some volume there. It's either going to bounce back and just push us out, or it's going to crack down here and get back down to the lows. It's 68, 72 is more than possible. I'm just going to mute myself. If you want to end the stream, that's fine too.
Okay. Yeah, I might close it down, brother. Yeah, just let me know. If you want to send me a picture, I'll update everybody on the YouTube channel about how you did. Or you could just let the people know in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll keep the chat open. Anyone
Yeah.
wants to stay in the chat.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's probably gonna do it for us today. Like I said, go check out our site. We try to be cheap here. We try to give people a cheap option, and so you can go to the member library and see. We just have tons of content. Not even we have individual strategies. So if you want to know the strategies we learn, if you want to learn the strategies we use, you can see we got 9 EMA pullbacks, moving average crossovers, VWAP fades, bear flags, pennants, all day fades, VWAP bounces, bull flags, 1 minute pullbacks, 1 minute range breakouts, washout long, red to green moves, opening range breakouts, and some more as well. And we're constantly adding to that. And so if you want to learn the strategies we use, go check it out. Also, guys, like I said, there's also a free section of the site if you haven't been there. We have our short patterns where you can learn a little bit of information for free. You can see we got info on the VWAP fade, setting up the trade. We kind of break down exactly what we do with some of these strategies. We got short and long patterns here. It's just a lot of content for free, and then you can also, pay $15 a month and get over 50 hours of content plus 3 live classes a week, and you can join our family here. And so, like I said, I'll post that link if you're interested in checking that out.
All right, that's probably gonna do it. Like always, guys, stick in your trades, follow your risk and reward, and you just might make it out alive.
Yes, sir.
One of the key things that I tried to do today is I didn't try to get back in the green. I was simply just trying to make a good trade to get me back to neutral. And then if I become neutral for the day, I'm more than fine for the rest of the week. I can wait for the right opportunity, then make my leap forward.
For sure. Good work today, brother. Nice job, man. You've been killing it lately, bro. You've been doing awesome, man.
Let's
man.
Keep working at it. This coffee shop trading thing isn't
right.
too bad.
Yeah, man, it's your good luck charm, brother. It's your good luck charm, man.
Yeah, I don't think I've had. I've had a neutral day, but I don't think I've had a red day coffee shop trading. So.
I know, man. Hey, keep it up, brother. Keep it up, man.
Yep.
Oh.
All right.
Also, guys, before I close it down, if you're interested in trying TradeNet out for free, you can try to do TradeNet's 5-day demo challenge. I forgot to go over that. And so I posted a video about that this weekend, and I'll post the link here. Basically, you have 5 trading days to make $500 in net profits. They give you a demo account with $10K in buying power. So you get $10,000 in buying power on a demo account, and you can trade for 5 trading days. If you make over $500 in net profits and you follow all of their rules, then you win yourself a free intro package on TradeNet. And so it's worth a shot. It's an extremely tough challenge. Don't get me wrong. I try to be honest with people. It's an extremely tough challenge. But, if you want to see what TradeNet's about, try their platform out for free. You can try that out, and I'll post that link here as well. I just posted the 5-day demo challenge, and you can see here, if I go to the link, they have my rules. They have the rules you could follow here. Let me see. I'll go to their page. But yeah, you can see here they have the rules that you could follow. And you can win a 14K intro account. That's worth about $400 to $450. But yeah, these are the rules you have to follow. They're pretty tough, so I don't want to seem like it's easy, but it's worth a shot, and it's free to go ahead and you get a demo account for a week as well. And so it's not a bad thing here to try it for free. And like I said, go check out that link if you're interested in using that. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. So good luck, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow for the stream. And yeah, have a good night. We'll see you all a little bit later.
Take it easy, guys.